Well, hello there, folks. This is your compost gardening CEO back with another compost gardening video. Intro. When I was a schoolboy coming home from school, I thought I saw raining around the hills and mountains. Steady hoop, steady hollering around the merry streets. With a ring ting ting and a ting 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 and a through the way, a bow wow wow and a moo 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 and a heap of people that I do know. And through the way we'd run play ball and through the way we'd run. Well, on the way to the compost gardening spot, look what I see. A turtle and a little turtle tea, looks like. Anyway, yeah, look at that. Two more turtles again in the yard. It looks like that bigger one there is chasing this smaller one into the little thickets here. There it is. See it over there? Little turtle. That's the size of turtle tea there. This one over here is the size of a big one. A bigger one. But anyway, as y'all can see, these turtles just keep coming back in the yard. I call it a turtle sanctuary. It must be a turtle sanctuary. They keep coming back because Popo G don't bother them. He just let them crawl through the yard. This one looked like it's on a prowl here, and this one's hiding from the prowler. Ooh. 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 Well, they doing their thing. Let me go over here and show y'all what I've been doing. Doing my thing over here in the compost garden. The compost garden's going pretty strong. These are all okra plants here. These tall ones here are okra plants. And these coming up here, that's corn. Sweet corn. See it coming up? Sweet corn. They're getting taller and taller by the day. Keep on growing, y'all. Keep on growing, corn. Because as you subscribers know, Papa G likes to, what? Eat. Papa G likes to eat. See this corn? Yes, indeed. I like to eat. There's another one over there. Anyway, perhaps I planted the rest of them that's not coming up in these other spots. Maybe I planted them too deep again. I replanted them all. I replanted them, and I planted them as shallow as I thought. As shallow as I thought I should. But yet and still, some of them didn't come up. Maybe they got too many leaves over the top of them in this, but I was keeping it clean out though. That's why these other ones came up, because I was keeping the leaves out of the holes here, as you can see. Because in a compost garden, in which I coined the phrase compost gardening, you can see that the weeds are the reason why Papa G researched and looked into compost gardening. the weeds. Papa G don't like the weeds coming into the garden. That's why I stopped tilling. Look at that. See how the roots just come right out of that compost garden? Out of this compost garden? Yeah, the roots just come, the weeds and the roots just come right out. And then I just toss the weeds back in the compost in the garden so they can start composting and create more nutrients for the food. Look at that. Create more nutrients for food. I'm not gonna eat the weeds, but I'm gonna eat the food. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Well, anyway, the okra, I did this all for my lady, because she loves okra. She loves okra. And so I transferred these okra plants from a neighbor over there. As you can see, I transplanted them from over his yard into my yard. He gave them to me. Thank you, Brother Lester. Thank you. Look at that. But as you can see, doing this compost gardening, the weeds are few and far between. I like to say that. Because me and the weeds don't get along. Go on home, weed. Go on back in there and make some more compost. Turn into some more compost. Because even though I don't like okra that much, I would eat it now. I would eat it if wasn't nothing else to eat. This okra would have to get into Papa G's belly. Get into my belly. Not you weeds, but you okra. You'd have to get into my belly if I was hungry enough. Get into my belly. Okra. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. As you can see, here's another corn plant or two. A couple of corn plants over here. But yes, me and this okra would have to. Here's three plants here that don't look like they're possibly gonna make it, but I'm gonna leave them planted because the other ones were looking like they wasn't gonna make it either. There's a leaf down on the ground there. After a while, all these leaves, see all these leaves up here in my neighbor's trees? They're gonna be down on the ground. A lot of them gonna be down on the ground over here. And I'm gonna mulch them up with the lawnmower and with the riding mower and make some more compost and kick it over here in the garden, the compost garden. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Because it's got to grow and got to compost into some more nutrients and make some more food. Food. Should I get these leaves out of these holes? I think, yeah, it'll become nourishment too, hopefully. Become nourishment too for my plants. Look at this big one here. This is a big one here. Big one. Growing on up. Come on up, corn. Come on up, corn. Because you're going to learn that Papa G loves to eat. Yes, indeed. Let's walk over here. I'm going to take you over here to See this other compost plot I got over here, composting plot I got over here. I saw people using wood chips on TV. I mean, not on YouTube, YouTube University. They were using wood chips, and I drafted all of these, implemented all these leaves up under the mulch. I went and got a lot of bags of mulch and made these gardens up, composting gardens. I'm gonna get some more and go around these edges, go around the edges some more, because I see the grass is creeping back in. It wasn't necessarily too thick over here, or the grass is already here, and I didn't put it too thick. I went back to Lowe's. I went back to the store and bought a few more bags, some more bags, and I see I need to get some more and cover this grass up, because the grass can kind of give you a little trouble with this compost gardening, because it'll come up, but it pulls up too though. Just look at that. Look how the grass just pulls up too. But I don't want to work too hard, and so as I like to say, look at all those roots come up out with those weeds. Just toss it right back in there. Help Pawpaw G out. You weeds, get back in there. Get in there and do your part. Because Pawpaw G like to eat. Yes indeed, yes indeed. Pawpaw G, look at all those roots, like to eat. As I like to say, what I used to do, I'd look out this window here, look out those windows and see the weeds out here before, and the weeds would just be covering it. You can imagine. If you can imagine, imagine that the weeds used to just cover it. But now they are few. I like to say that too. Now they are few and far between. Whatever little roots, whatever little weeds come up, I like to say that they are few and far between now. They used to be causing Pawpaw G to sweat. But now Pawpaw G used the weeds to turn back into compost and make some more nutrients for the plants. That one's kind of peaked there. I don't know what's wrong with this bush bean. That's a bush bean there. But it looks a little peaked. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it planted. I'm not gonna pull it up like I'm doing the weeds. Look at that. I'm gonna leave it planted. And let it grow. Don't you know, no. Grow. So Pawpaw G. Because Pawpaw G like to eat. Look at that. All those weeds just come up, those roots just come up. As you can see, compost gardening works. Just look at these tomatoes here. These tomatoes are growing. I'm working on adjusting my my feed for the roots of these tomatoes, because evidently they got either too much water or not enough water, or the wrong. I know that when you're doing compost gardening and only using rainwater, or you're using a lot of rainwater, well then that's a little scarecrow my wife fixed up. And it works too. It'd be get windy out here, and it'd come out here. It'd be get windy, and it'd be knocking and beating and banging. Sometimes they have you looking out the window and wondering what's going on. Hey, ain't nobody back there in Pawpaw G's garden, is it? Because Pawpaw G like to eat. If I decide to give somebody some of it, that's deciding to give it to them. I don't like thieves. Don't like thieves. Yeah. But anyway, you see all these watermelon plants and cantaloupe plants. I'm going to have to keep watching them and see if they develop. Some melons. Some melons. Those are blooming over there. It's growing up the tomato plant. I've seen people with hanging watermelon plants, hanging watermelons before on YouTube University. And so I'm gonna let it just climb up the tomato plant and see what happens. But anyway, I don't see any yet. I don't see any yet. Any melons developing. I saw one way back, but I don't know. I think I might have handled it too wrong, because I tried to put some of that grass up under it so it'll give it a place to grow, and so it'll have a soft spot to grow. But I hadn't seen it since, so I think I may have damaged it. But anyway, because Pawpaw G and Mama D love watermelon. Watermelon. You older hands, some of you older hands, can you remember when down here in the South, I'm in Gulfport, Mississippi, by the way. Gulfport, Mississippi. Down here where we have a lot of activities, including that we cruising the coast and a lot of things like that. It draws a lot of visitors and a lot of good-looking cars. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, Mama G fixed up that Mama D, and I'm Pawpaw G, so Mama D fixed up that scarecrow there. That scary crow. It'd be knocking and beating and shining, scaring the birds away, keeping the birds away from coming in and eating this easy prey. It's tomatoes. So I'm out here pecking and stuff one day. I beat on that window there and that joker took off. That one caught a tailwind. Had to catch a tailwind to get out of here. Get out of Pawpaw G's garden. Get out of it. Look at that tomato. I'm going to take it on the inside. For one of them get brave enough to come over here and peck on it, because it looks good. Should I take a bite? Should I? Wait. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let it keep ripening. But I tell you what, though, if I was hungry enough, I got another one there. If I was hungry enough, Pawpaw G would, y'all know, eat. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Pawpaw G would eat. Curve on back around there. I don't know. It wouldn't hurt you to grow out in the grass, though, but see if you'll curve on back around that way and start growing that way. But as you can see, those plants are nice and green and wanting to grow. And they're blooming on the ends here, don't you know? Watermelons. Oh yeah, I was about to tell y'all a story about how the watermelon man used to ride by through the neighborhoods, and they'd be hollering out his window, watermelons. Watermelons. Boy, and we'd love to see the watermelon man coming. Look at that. Look at that. Look how that's coming up out of there. Let me shake that good soil off of there. Go on back down in there and nurse those worms under there. Yeah. Give the worms something to eat. Give them something to eat so that they can have more poop and pee to, they call that casting on YouTube University. Call it worm casting. And a lot of people go through a lot of trouble gathering that worm casting, and they water their plants. They put that, put it on their plants. And so that's another aspect of having a compost garden, is that the worm casting gets to stay under there because you're not tearing up the ground with a tiller. Not disturbing the ground with a tiller. A tiller the hun is like, I guess, the worm to the worms. A tiller is like a tiller, what is it? What was his name? Attila the Hun? Look at that. Come on out of there. Oh yeah. I just reminded myself that I'm making this video too long, probably. I don't want to lose none of y'all. Y'all keep watching. Keep watching. Because Pawpaw G. Pawpaw G is earning money. Earning money to go back to Africa. Y'all keep watching now. Keep watching. And help Pawpaw G. And when you watch, don't skip the ads. Help Pawpaw G out. Don't skip the ads. Watch the ads too. Because when you watch the ads, when you leave the ads playing, even if you play them and walk away, if it's a long one, those long ones, 45 minutes or an hour and 20 minutes or whatever, walk away. You can go to the bathroom, you can go to the refrigerator, get you something to eat. You can do a lot of things, but let the ads play. Because you're helping Pawpaw G get back to Africa. Back to Africa. Yes, indeed. Where we come from. Where people that look like me come from. And anyway. Wow, 22 minutes. Goodness. Anyway, outro. When I was a schoolboy coming home from school, I thought I saw a bull riding around the hills and mountains. Steady hoop, steady hollowing around the merry streets, with a rang ting tang and a tee ting ting and a through the way, a bow wow wow and a boo 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 and a heap of people that I do know. And through the way we'd run play ball, and through the way we would run. All right, look at here, Scuppernans. Scuppernans getting ripe there. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've been waiting on y'all. I've been waiting on y'all to get ripe. Good Pawpaw G love a good Scuppernine. Loves to eat them. Y'all get ripe for Pawpaw G to eat you. Do what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to feed Pawpaw G. Let me walk over here one more time and see if I see any of these turtles left. See if these turtles have skedaddled or, oh yeah, there go one there. I'm gonna cut the camera off because I don't know how to edit and all that kind of stuff yet, y'all, but I'm gonna cut the camera off and get me a picture get me a thumbnail, they call them, of this big one still left over here. I don't know if this little one, let me see if this little one's still over here. Oh man, I'm stretching the video out again. Stretching it and making it longer. But anyway, this one over here done found something to eat. Look like to eat too. Like to eat too. Anyway, let me cut this off Y'all have a great day. Have a great day. I am. Give me this thumbnail here. Look for the thumbnail.